Hello everybody, today I'm here with a brand new video on Disney Heroes Battle Mode, suggesting 10 new series to be added into the game. Now I've done 2 videos suggesting characters to be added to series already in the game, so this is a bit more dynamic where we can choose literally anything as long as it hasn't already been in the game. So something like Lilo and Stitch, where they originally only had one character. If I were to suggest Jumba and Pleakley, that wouldn't work on this list since that series is already in it. So as you can see with this thumbnail and everything, there are a lot of things that you haven't seen before. I chose Pixar movies, Disney movies, TV shows, basically covering all things Disney. I'm not so confident on the TV shows, but they're the ones that I want kind of the most, and I see a lot of people suggesting them, so that's why they're on this list. And also this list maintains, again, things that I want, but also things that I think are somewhat realistic. You know, something that could happen. So that was my basis on this. And because we're only adding new series, most of the picks are going to be the main characters of the series. They're not going to be too many surprising ones once you know the franchise. And I also don't have the characters in any specific order. No, the series aren't in a specific order. I'm just kind of going through 10 of the ones that I want. It's not really top 10 or anything. But without further ado, let's get into the list here. First up, we have Up. And again, like I said, we're going to be choosing the main characters. I see a lot of people wanting Up. And if we're there to do it, I think they do Carl, Russell, and then Doug and Kevin as a duo. And maybe they won't do Doug and Kevin, but I really want to see them as well. So that's why I added them into it. But I think that at some point it's pretty likely that we would get Up characters and would almost definitely get at least Russell, I would say. But I think Carl and Russell are so unique and important to the series that they would both be in it. Again, I really like Doug and Kevin, so that's why I had them be a duo character. And I could see them doing 3 characters for Up. They have a lot of series with 3 characters in them, so I think that'd be a good choice. The next series I chose is Pocahontas. Now I got a comment here from Barry Sleeker, and he says that he wishes Pocahontas, John Smith, and Governor Radcliffe were in the game. Now I decided that Pocahontas and John Smith would be the ones that they would choose, and maybe it would even just be Pocahontas by themselves. But I wanted to give it a bit more representation, and I think maybe the game or the developers would choose to add 2 to the Pocahontas franchise, although it is common for Pocahontas to be all on her own. So that's why I went with that. No Governor Ratcliffe, just those 2. I do think Pocahontas is fairly likely, and John Smith is probably half likely as Pocahontas is. The next series is Cars. I really want to have Cars in the game. I see a lot of people suggesting it as well, and if we were to get it, I think Mater and Lightning McQueen are almost guaranteed, especially Lightning McQueen. And then I also went with Jackson Storm. He's my favorite villain of the franchise, just design-wise. His character isn't all that interesting, but I really like the black and blue colors. And he is the most recent villain. And I thought that the Cars franchise should have 3 characters, so that's why I gave them 3. But like I said, McQueen and Mater, if we already get a Cars one, they are almost guaranteed to be in it. The next series I chose is Gravity Falls. I love Gravity Falls, and I know it's a series that people want almost as much as another one, which is on this list as well, that I'll get into. But for Gravity Falls, I think Dipper and Mabel would be a duo character, and decided to give Stan and Ford another duo character to get the mystery twins together in this game. Now, Stan and Ford are much less likely if we are going to get Gravity Falls. I think it would most likely just be Dipper and Mabel. And who knows, maybe they would split them up and be individual characters. I could definitely see Waddles being part of at least Mabel's part of the moveset. I don't know how likely Gravity Falls is. We haven't really gotten TV shows in the game. But if we are to get them, I would really like to see that one. The next series I chose is Onward, and I could have added the Manticore, but instead I just did Ian and Barley. And I thought Onward was super likely when it initially came out, but since we haven't gotten characters from it yet, I'm starting to think it's a little less likely. But if we are to get it, I can't see us getting only one of them. I think Ian and Barley will have to come together. I don't think they do a duo for it, but I think they would both come if we were to get Onward. And who knows, maybe we would get the Manticore as well, but I just chose those two. I think that makes a lot of sense. The next series I have is Cinderella, another classic Disney movie, almost the classic Disney movie. And I chose Cinderella and the Fairy Godmother. I almost just did Cinderella by herself, but I think it would be easier to make a moveset for the Fairy Godmother, and almost want to say that it would be more likely for her to come than Cinderella herself, just because I don't know what kind of moveset Cinderella would have. But they had one for Belle, so it is possible that they could have one for Cinderella too. And I only chose Cinderella because I think it's really surprising we don't have Cinderella yet. Like I said, it's one of the most classic Disney movies, so I think it makes a lot of sense that eventually we would get Cinderella in it in some form. The next series is another TV show with Phineas and Ferb, one that I like a lot and has become a lot more popular in recent time. And I think they do a duo with Phineas and Ferb, and then I also added Perry the Platypus by himself. I considered putting Dr. Doofenshmirtz with Perry, but I think it would work a little bit better to just do Perry the Platypus by himself, and then obviously Phineas and Ferb are going to come if we do get the series, and I do think it's likely that they would come in a duo. I think even more likely that they'd be a duo than Dipper and Mabel would. Let me know what you think about that. I'm still kind of thrown off by when they consider to do a duo and when they don't, now that we've gotten Juma and Pleakley by themselves. Anyways, the next series is 101 Dalmatians, and I chose Cruella de Vil. And basically I was trying to think of villains, and specifically for like the Halloween update this year, I think Cruella de Vil is super likely. We've gotten a lot of classic villains for the Halloween updates, and Cruella de Vil is that one that we don't have yet. And like with the Little Mermaid, they only have Ursula. For Sleeping Beauty, they only have Maleficent. So they do like to go to these series and just choose the villains sometimes when the main characters aren't as prominent. And Cruella de Vil is the most prominent character from the 101 Dalmatians series, so that's why I went with her for that one. Again, I think if we get her, it'll be for like a Halloween update. The penultimate pick is Bug's Life, and I did Flick and Hopper. We have Hopper in Disney Sorcerer's Arena, and I think we would also get the hero as well from Bug's Life. Basically with my Pixar picks, I was thinking of, I wanted to get the remaining ones. I think there are like The Good Dinosaur and maybe like one or two more Pixar movies we don't have, but other than that, we have them all covered. We recently got Ratatouille, Finding Nemo. We have all the Pixar movies except for the 3 and like The Good Dinosaur and maybe a few others I'm forgetting. But the 3 on this list, I was just trying to cover all the bases there. And I think that eventually they will try to add at least most of the Pixar franchises. The final pick is the one that I said that people are asking for the most, and a suggestion by SB Carrasco, I believe it's pronounced. They suggested Star and Marco from Star Wars: The Force of Evil, but more importantly, Kim Possible, who everybody wants and I do as well. I decided to leave Star Wars: The Force of Evil off of this list. I think it's a little less likely than the other TV shows, and I already had a pretty good amount already. But Kim Possible, everybody wants, you see it all the time. I'd really like to see her as well. And some people may say that she is already going to come, and we don't know that for sure, so that's why she ended up on this list. But anyways, we've done all 10 series today. Thank you guys for watching this one. Let me know if you want me to make another video adding 10 more series, and suggest any that you'd like to see. But I had a lot of fun making this video, and I hope you guys liked it as well. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.